Hello and welcome to the Craft Beer Corner. For today's beer review, we're jumping into a beer from Energy City Brewing Company based in Batavia, Illinois. We've had a lot of their beers over the years, and indeed today is another in their lineup of beers, all of different flavors, but they have a kind of lineup of beers they call Bistro. I don't know if they're all sour, but all of the ones that I have had from Energy City in the Bistro line have been. Today's is called Bistro Coconut Banana Cream Pie, and it is a Berliner Weisse style beer. 6.5% ABV on this one, and it was brewed, aged on actual coconut and banana. So really, really great. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that not only do I love pina colada and key lime flavored things of all kinds, and I'll grab them. Peanut butter is another one, and bananas is the other. And it's not a fruit that you get often in beer. So being a massive fan of banana and it being a less commonly used ingredient in beer is always a treat when you find one that has it. So I knew I was going to grab this. It sounds really, really good. In terms of label art, well, it gets you completely in the mood because it's front and center, got bananas and coconut right on the label. That's about all there is to talk about it. So let's get this cracked gently. I did have to agitate it to get everything mixed together, so I'm hoping this doesn't kind of blow up all over this table. Nope. Looks like I was gentle enough. That's good. All right, so we're going to get this poured right down in the old glass here. Oh yeah, that looks very, very thick. Obviously, Berliner Weisse style, but with these fruit additions, it's going to be thick. It's almost going to be a smoothie style sour like you get in a lot of other different type beers. I can tell you, it's got a very pronounced aroma already coming off of the glass as I'm pouring this, and I'm a good, I don't know, foot and a half away from that glass. So visually, yeah, it's very occluded, as you might expect. It's got the actual fruit that they aged in there. That does thicken it up, very thick, smoothie style. The color on this is about what you'd expect. It's kind of a peachy, pinkish, orangish color. Very light, but it looks very, very nice. Kind of an appropriate color for what you would expect by adding banana and coconut into a yellow base, obviously from the malt. So yeah, looks very nice. It is very, very occluded. You cannot see through this at all. It's very, very cloudy. In terms of the carbonation activity, I can see it's got very, very fine carbonation moving up and very, very slowly indeed. This is clearly a thick beer. It looked thick as I was pouring it, and certainly visually in the glass, it looks extremely thick. So I am fully expecting a nice, thick, smoothie kind of Berliner Weisse style beer here. So let's get right up over this for a full sniff. Oh, wow. That smells absolutely incredible. So yeah, I mean, that's the aroma I got when I was a foot and a quarter away. You get right up on it. It's really big. It's really pungent. It smells very distinctly like a classic Berliner Weisse. You get this souring undertone, this nice tartness on the nose, but then massive, massive aromas of both coconut and banana. Very, very evident. It's equal parts everything I would expect to get on the aroma. One thing that I'm not getting on the aroma that you would typically be able to pick up in a Berliner Weisse style beer, though, is the underlying malt bill. I'm sure that it will likely be there in the flavor profile and maybe play some textural component on the back end, but I'm not able, with this big aroma of these added fruit, I'm not able to pick out the subtleties of those kind of doughy, biscuity, cracker-like aromas that are so common in a Berliner Weisse or Berliner Weisse style beer. But it does smell fantastic. It looks fantastic. The head, you know, it's a thicker beer. It's settled down, I think, about as well as I can expect on this, but it's not too bad. So we're just going to jump right in there and see what this one's about. Oh, my word. Oh, that is absolutely incredible. That is absolutely incredible. Wow. That is every bit as good as I was hoping it would be just by reading about what the beer was about. What a fantastic combination of ingredients. And it absolutely works in this beer. I gotta say, I really didn't get any surprises on that first sip other than just, man, this is every bit as good as I thought it would be. So let's first talk texture before we get into the flavors. It looked thick as I poured it, and I said, okay, this is clearly going to be smoothie style. absolutely true. They don't say it on the label, hey, this is a smoothie style, but with those additions and that thickness as you're pouring, you know that's what it's going to be. And this has a very thick mouthfeel. Very, very resistant, very thick, very smoothie-like. Indeed, 6.5, it's not a crazy high ABV, but the weight on this, just due to how thick it is, yeah, it feels quite heavy. I would say medium heavy, kind of even on the low end. It's got real presence to it. It's got real weight and real thick texture, which matches the expectation of what they did with it. In terms of the flavor profile, yeah, up front, you do get a little bit of that expected tartness and sour from the underlying Berliner Weisse style that it is. It's not pungent. It's just enough to like, yep, that's the underlying style of the beer. And then it really is all about the additions that they did to it with the fruit, the coconut and the banana. I feel like they maybe put in some kind of vanilla or vanilla extract as well. It did say other natural flavors, so they didn't elaborate beyond the coconut and the banana, but because it is kind of a banana coconut cream pie style flavored beer, I would not be surprised because I am picking up something that is putting me in mind of like the cream side you would find in a cream pie. And it does have that slight almost vanilla marshmallowy like quality to it. It's very, very nice. The combination of ingredients is spot on and the balance of them is absolutely perfect. The other thing I could say about the flavor profile is, yes, I kind of expected this. I wasn't exactly sure, but there was not a big pronounced underlying classic Berliner Weisse style malt characteristic that comes through in the flavor profile. Just like on the aroma, I couldn't really get it. Maybe I'll pick that up on second sip, but the intensity of the coconut and the banana in particular is so vast that that's really the star of the show here. And, you know, kudos to them. It's a combination of ingredients I absolutely love, and it works beautifully, beautifully in this beer. So let's jump back in, second sip, let everything re-intensify. I'll be paying keen attention to see if I can actually pick out any subtleties from the underlying malt bill. Then we're going to talk about the overall balance in general, and then we're going to talk about the finish. But on first sip, I absolutely love it. Take two. Oh, it's so good. It's almost candy-like. It's that combination of flavors. It is so good. I have to assume there's a little lactose in this as well, because the coconut and the banana really do come out and taste exactly as they should. It's not overtly sweet, but it has a sweetness to it that a banana tastes like a banana and the coconut tastes like coconut. That really can only be achieved if there's a little lactose addition or if the fermentation didn't complete fully, but I don't get the sense there. I think there's probably a little lactose to let those ingredients speak. Second sip, re-intensification, yeah, I just got to enjoy it again. There's really nothing subtle about this, and there's nothing new that I picked out. I'm still not getting anything from the underlying malt bill really speaking to me. It really just comes down to the sour, the tart, mixed with the banana and the coconut and the other underlying flavors that, again, kind of taste vanilla marshmallowy. It's really, really nice. It puts me in mind of a coconut banana cream pie in beer form. And I think a Berliner Weisse is a very good style upon which to build this combination of flavors because it's a milder sour. And I think it just makes a really good canvas for this combination of ingredients, and it works beautifully. The balance on this? Oh, actually, I'm starting to get a little bit from the underlying malt bill. We'll get to that in a minute, but I got to say the balance for my money, it's great. It's exactly what I would want. It's equal parts of the additives. I can still get the underlying sour and tart, and you know, that's the bulk of what needs to come there. I would have said the balance is great had I not even just started to get some talking to me from the underlying malt bill, but it does come in on the back end of the finish, roughly around 20-30 seconds in. As the intensity decays off a little bit, you do start to get some of that underlying kind of crackery, crusty note that is common in a Berliner Weisse. It normally comes on a lot quicker than that, but this is a big, bold, in-your-face flavored version of this style of beer. So no surprise there, but yeah, it's subtle, but you can pick it out. It's quite nice. So you do get all of the classic Berliner Weisse style components in here. Just takes a little bit longer to get there. In terms of the overall length of the finish on this beer, it's absolutely longer than your average Berliner Weisse, And on this one, it's the additives that are really driving it out. Very, very long after each sip, very strongly lingering coconut and banana on the back of the palate. It's very wet. There's no drying at all to this, as would be relatively common with a Berliner Weisse. This, in this smoothie style, with these additives, is just big and wet and full and round all the way to the end, with very strongly lingering banana and coconut on the back of the palate. It's absolutely fantastic. This is one of the better kind of versions of this take and style of experimentation with various, kind of additives in the beer styles. I think they nailed it with this one. I really do truly love this. I am going to take my time, sip on this, come up with my scores. When we come back, we will get this beer ranked from top to bottom. All right, now that we've gotten to enjoy this beer, we're going to get it ranked. This was Energy City Brewing Company's Bistro Coconut Banana Cream Pie, a flavored Berliner Weisse style ale, 6.5% ABV on this one. It was brewed with coconut and banana. Energy City is based in Batavia, Illinois. So this was another one of those beers that is in that illustrious, very small group that I've done to date that did indeed get a perfect score in all categories. And honestly, I truly, truly believe that this beer earned it. I was really impressed right out of the gate. The aroma was massive, just really hit you. The flavor was fantastic. And then on second sip, I actually did get the underpinning subtleties from the malt bill to come through as well. And it was just an absolute treat. This was a big, bold, smoothie style kind of Berliner Weisse, and they just executed it perfectly. The balance was superb. It was nice and weighty. The mouthfeel matched the body, and it had a way longer finish than I ever would have guessed for a beer of this style. I mean, there was nothing to detract from the beer drinking experience. It earned a perfect 10 out of 10 in all 10 categories. That's aroma, taste, body, mouthfeel, finish, head and retention, appearance, balance, feeling, and intangible, an example of style. Which does, of course, bring the total score to a 100, perfect score across the board. Guys, this one was phenomenal. Absolutely worth your time. If you're into big flavored beers, flavored sours, or you just in general like kind of the combination of flavors of coconut and banana, I promise you it was done right in this beer. I would recommend this one all day long. I absolutely loved it. Folks, that's today's review. As always, I do sincerely appreciate you tuning in today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you want to stay in the loop when our videos go live, just turn on your notifications, hit the bell icon. It is right next to the subscribe button. Until next time, keep it beer, keep it craft. We'll see you on the next one. Cheers.